God bless the world. This is Chris Williams, a.k.a. DJ Money Tree. I want to give a shout-out to Maverick City and a shout-out to Kirk Franklin for being a spiritual mentor to me and the rest of the brothers in Jesus Christ at Everglades Correctional Institution in Miami, Florida. You dig?
Yeah, I want to give a giant big bless up to MTR Ministries. Bless up the Food Church in Miami, Florida. Big shout out to Pastor Rich and Pastor Don Share. A special shout out to Only by Faith in Christ Jesus. And last but not least, we are asking God to free all the anointed men of God at Everglades Correctional Institute.
Hey, this is the Doctor. Welcome to the Doctor Speaks Variety Show. Okay, today show is dedicated to ex-cons living in the world today. This is my movement, Ex-Cons Matters, and Ex-Cons Living in the World Today is my organization. It's what I am very, very serious about. Helping returning citizens to become productive members of society and stop recidivations. All right. Now, we have the group Reentry One. Okay, this organization is doing things. Oh boy, they're doing things. My friend Giovanni is the founder and the CEO of Reentry One, and he has a message for you.
For our returning citizen population in Florida and throughout the nation, let's change the narrative. Let's show them who we really are. Strong, motivated, encouraged individuals that made mistakes just like everyone else in life. We made mistakes and we deserve a second chance. And given that second chance, we're going to show you who we are. We're going to inspire and encourage our local communities. We're going to do great things for our families and for the rest of people, for the rest of the community who are watching us. We're not going to just meet those standards, but we're going to rise above those standards. And we're going to show you that returning citizens are a force to be reckoned with. My name is Giovanni Cyrus, the founder and executive of Reentry One, and I approve this message.
Oh, that was so awesome. Oh my goodness. I mean, that I mean, you feel that. Tell me you don't feel that right there. Okay. If you don't feel that, then you don't have a heart. Okay. All right. We are very, very, very supportive of Reentry One and Giovanni and all his endeavors. Our prayers are constantly with him. Okay. We are going to go into a short commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to have that interview with Johnny Young, who is a former ex-convict. He is not a former ex-convict. He is an ex-convict. He's a former member of the Society of Those in Blue. But a matter of fact, we were there together. All right. This fella knew me way before. He knew me when I first became the Doctor. Okay. All right. And here's our commercial break, and we'll be right back.
It's a new level. I'm on a new level. Yeah, I'm headed for new levels. Can I get a witness? Gotta see this shit in plain sight. You ain't go.
All right. So, without further ado, here's Johnny. Hey, welcome back to the Doctor Speaks Variety Show. We have a special guest with us this evening. We have Mr. Johnny Young. Johnny, how you doing?
I'm all right today. How you doing?
All right. I want to explain. First of all, remember the topic is ex-cons living in the world today. The movement is Ex-Cons Matter. Mr. Young and I was actually incarcerated together more than 12 years ago. He got out before I did, and he started his life on the outside, and he stayed out.
Yes.
regardless of the notion or the opinion of people that are incarcerated continuously go back. We are living examples that that's not true.
That's correct.
Okay. He's been working since he's been out. He has a beautiful wife. He has a beautiful life, and he's ex-con living in the world today. He's also one of the few people that are on the outside that knew me when I was inside. Hey, Johnny.
Yeah.
Let's see. I guess we met back in 2010, maybe.
2010. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, and we were both in Everglades Correctional Institution.
That's right. Yeah.
And you had just gotten transferred there, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
From Appalachian Correctional Institute up in Alabama, up in the Panhandle.
Yes. The TV stations came from Mobile. The radio stations came from Mobile. Yeah. I was out there for a little minute. I'm talking about way out there, and it gets cold.
Way out there. Now, I didn't mind the cold. I just didn't mind the freaking the authority there.
Wow. Okay.
You know,
so
how it is.
So let's tell our audience of what you know about me when we met, how we did our time, the way that we were speaking to each other during that time. We were both in blues. We walked the track together, and we did some other things together.
Yeah, we did. We did. Well, actually, I think we hooked up in the chapel.
Yes, it was in the chapel. We were actually doing a play. From Thuggin' to Glory was the name of the play.
That was the name of the play.
From Thuggin' to Glory. Yes, I still have that play right there in my files. Yes.
I was being nosy. I wanted to know what was going on because every week I see the guys, they play music at the church services and they would have some presentations that I was missing out on. And this one, I was like, I got to see what's going on here. Let me see what's going on. And I walked back there. You know, the doors are closed, but I wanted to hear what all the music was about.
Yeah,
that's what got me. The music.
And we both love music.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
That's one thing we had in common right there was the music. Oh my God. So, do you remember when we walked around the tracks and I would tell you, I said, I'm going to be the first African-American trillionaire?
Trillionaire, that's right. we were talking about a lot of things around that track.
Yes.
On different days. So let me tell you something, bro. A lot of what we talked about has come true right there.
Yes.
And I'll tell anybody this. Listen, Crabb, man, you have made that happen. You made that happen. And I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you. I mean, you're one of those few people that actually gravitated to.
Yes.
Usually it's the opposite way around. Most people gravitate to me because they understand that I got knowledge, I got wisdom, and I got a certain, je ne sais quoi about me.
Yes.
You had that. That's who I gravitated to.
Oh, man, we had some fun too. Oh, my God.
You had me read the Quran for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
That's what I was reading in the box, too.
Yep.
I got through one. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. I got through I got through a lot of it. When I was locked up there. And I've noticed one thing about it is that if you believe and you're ready to work, anything can happen for you.
Yes.
Anything.
Yes.
Anything. If you believe. Only if you believe. I believe. You know?
Well, I walk by faith.
That's right.
So everything that I've done, it goes to the glory of God. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just doing what I'm told. You were with me when I gave up my will, and I gave my will over to the care of God, as I understood him at that time. And since then, let me tell you, it's been one hell of a ride.
Oh yeah.
I'm a tourist on this, and I'm enjoying the ride. Listen,
Right.
because I'm not in charge anymore, right?
Right.
So, the person, the one that who is in charge,
Uh-huh.
he's allowing me to see all of my wishes come true.
Yeah.
All of my wishes.
That's because you
I mean,
humbled yourself.
all of them. I'm
You
sorry?
humbled yourself. That's because you humbled yourself.
Yes.
When you took on the name doctor, is when
Mhm.
everything changed for you.
Yes. You remember that, huh?
When you was running those squares.
You went on square boards. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is for ex-cons only. If you don't know what a square board is, then you shouldn't know what a square board is. Go ahead.
Man, listen. Many a days I would like to play that.
Yes.
But then all of a sudden you stop. I was like, I still gotta get my fix, but why'd you stop? Because you wanted to change my life. Okay.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
And then I became a servant.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You remember the big guy used to push in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
He weighed about 380 pounds.
I remember that dude.
He was like 6'5", and he couldn't walk.
Yeah, that really made me marvel at that one. I was just like, what the hell, bro?
I was just doing what I'm told,
Yeah, and
yeah.
I understood. You know why? Because usually in the morning when we go to breakfast and stuff, on the way back, I would hold the door open for my whole dorm.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And each person that went through that door, I said, good morning. And other guys, they didn't know how to react. Most guys said good morning back. Some smiled, but everything was positive. Then I hear a couple of heads that would say, oh man, he think he's doing something. I went to the box for that.
Yeah.
I went to the box for that. Oh, he think he's doing something special. Listen, you didn't have to say anything. All I'm doing is spreading a little joy.
Yes.
That's what you do. That's what you do.
Yes.
And that's being a servant. That's why we have no problems with one another.
That's right. That's right. That's a fact. Wow. You put chill bumps on me when you talk about it. Man, listen.
Yeah.
People know me today. Just like people know you today. You've been working for 10 years.
Right.
You're not a bum. You know what I'm saying? But people don't know what you went through to get to where you are so that you can become who you're going to be. Because we're not there yet. Right?
No, that's right.
Progress.
Always.
This is awesome, man, because I really haven't even had a chance to speak with you.
Right.
Okay. Because
I'm that busy.
Yes. The man works 12 hours per day, 6 and 7 days a week.
Bro. I don't have weekends. I don't get holidays. My children, they don't know who I am anymore. But I do speak to them, right? My wife. This
right here, this is ex-cons living in the world today. This is why ex-cons matters. Not only do we have the voting rights, we also pay taxes.
Yep, pay taxes every week.
Lots and lots and lots of taxes.
They hit me in the but I'm hitting them back this year.
Hey, you know what? And life is about, let me tell you this, Johnny. Life is about evolving.
That's right.
Change. It's always changing. And for those of them that are not evolving, they're going to get left behind.
They're going to struggle. They're always going to struggle. They're always going to feel like somebody's against them.
And it's themselves against themselves.
Exactly. You always got to look in the mirror first. And you have to be honest with yourself. Most people don't want to be honest today with themselves.
Well, that's one thing I never had a problem. I never lied to me.
I don't have time.
When I was a junkie, I didn't have a problem getting high. Everybody else had a problem with me getting high.
Right.
I didn't have a problem getting high.
I have no problems with that whatsoever.
None whatsoever. Nobody bought me no drugs. Nobody says, here's $500 or $1,000. Take care of your habit for the day. Nobody ever did that.
No, I had to wait.
So I don't understand why they had a problem with that. But I never, ever, ever, ever lied to me. Never.
That's what I remember about you. That's what I remember.
Just tell the truth. That's it. If you stand on the truth, you can't fall for nothing.
No, you sure enough can't. And you can fall. If you do fall, it's actually kind of human sense point.
Yes. No, now this is how I look at life today, because I no longer allow that spirit of failure. Remember we used to talk about the spirits?
Yeah.
And how most emotions are spirits: the spirit of love, the spirit of hate, the spirit of success, the spirit of failure, the spirit of envy, the spirit of strife. All these things are supposed to work for the good of us.
Exactly.
Even the spirit of hate, the spirit of all of those things is supposed to work for the good.
That's correct.
Okay. And once you can put a name on that spirit, then you can control that spirit and make it work good for you. Right. So what the spirit of success has always been alive in me.
Okay.
You know how many books I wrote while we were in there together?
I know you got Norma Jean.
Yeah. Hey, Finding Norma Jean is out there. Get your copy today. On Amazon, Barnes and Noble, all media outlets.
There you go. Right.
But I wrote 12 books while I was in there.
Okay.
I also wrote a $500 million business plan.
Right.
And part of that business plan was to have my internet talk show.
Mm-hmm.
All right. To have my own radio show.
It is.
All right. And to have what I called at that time the Good News newspaper, which will soon be coming, the Good News newsletter. It will be nothing but good news reporting.
That's what's up.
Okay, no bad news. You got bad news, don't bring it to me. I'm going to be asking for good news. Okay. Announcement. Transcontinental Society has brought about the Good News newsletter. We're asking for requests. Send yours in today. Transcontinental Society will have your news noted.
There you go. We gotta work on that one.
We gotta work on that one. But I'm saying, freestyle. But that's the gist of it. Transcontinental Society Unlimited Productions. That is the my company.
You gotta stand up.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta stand up and let everybody back up. There you go. Transcontinental Society Unlimited Productions LLC.
Yes. We're about to celebrate our 2-year anniversary of being an LLC. Let me tell you, Johnny.
Yeah.
When I went to open a business account on Miami Beach, I went into the bank that was on Lincoln Road and Washington Avenue. Okay. And I was looking outside the window as the man was starting up my business account. And right there outside the window, it's about maybe 100 feet away from the bank, is McDonald's. Right. And tears came to my eyes because I remember standing in front of that McDonald's trying to panhandle 29 cents to get a hamburger. Back in those days, they had 29-cent hamburgers, 39-cent cheeseburgers on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
That's right.
That? And I could not panhandle 39 cents.
On that corner.
On the most busiest corner on South Miami Beach. All right. People were looking at me like I was crazy. I guess because I had made up in my mind that day that I didn't want to do anything else illegal. I was out on the streets. I wanted to start living right. And I didn't have nothing. I had been up 3 days and 4 nights and, and I had given up at that time. I knew there was time for my life to change, but it wasn't over yet. Because when I couldn't panhandle that $29, I went and conned somebody out of $2,900. Right. But I stood there for hours and hours and could not panhandle 29 cents.
29 cents.
When I was in the bank, the tears was running down my eyes.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. Yeah.
Hey, when I went back to I contacted Chaplain Lamb.
Yeah, you did?
Yes. And man, Chaplain Land ain't changed a bit. He hasn't changed a bit.
It
Okay,
hasn't changed. Just got
but
over.
I was trying to get approved to come back into the prison.
Yeah.
All right, so they said I had to get fingerprinted. So I'm following the GPS. I'm going to get fingerprinted. And they said GPS said you are here. I looked up. Guess where I was?
Where was you at?
ECI.
ECI.
I was right at the Everglades Correctional Institute, going back there to get fingerprinted after I got released from there.
In a car.
In my own car, yes. In the Crabb mobile. It's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So that was a shock. I mean, this is the way my life has been going since the beginning of April this year.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
It's been astounding. All my dreams are coming true. I had the most beautiful family. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think I remember telling you, some woman daughter out there is getting herself together for me because I'm getting myself together for her. Remember that? And praise God, it came right just like that. We've been together since the day I was released.
There you go.
Yeah.
I remember last time I saw y'all.
Listen. Yep. Oh my God, that had to be 7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
That was like, because September 20th is my 9th anniversary of being out. So it had to be 9 years ago.
Years ago. Yeah. What was that? Oakland Park. That was the Denny's. That was the Denny's. We had breakfast together. That's the last time I saw you.
That's right.
It's been that long, bro. I was down on my luck then.
Hey, but you wasn't giving up.
No, I wasn't. I was still
You wasn't giving up.
I was putting an application in that very Denny's that we were sitting in.
Yes.
They hired me, bro. I didn't know why.
But look at you now.
Yeah.
Look at you now.
Listen, I had a job at the it was in Palm Beach. It was the Palm Resorts, okay?
Okay.
That big pink plaza over the line in West Palm. I had a job there. I had worked for not even 3 hours, and I got fired. I got fired because my background check came back. 2 days before, they said, "Well, as long as your background check comes back through, okay, no problem." I was an assistant manager for the catering business.
Wow.
We're talking about Hilton hotels. And in 2 years, I could have transferred anywhere in the world.
But listen, that's exactly why ex-cons matters. Okay? Because this is the thing. We've paid our debt to society.
Right.
For whatever we did wrong, okay, we did wrong and we paid for it.
Right.
Okay? We pay taxes.
Yeah.
We're hardworking, law-abiding citizens.
Every day, all day.
We are well respected in our communities.
Yep. Yeah, no problem.
All right. Families, families, they not only depend on us, they look up to us and they admire and respect us.
Exactly.
So does our friends. There's no reason on God's green earth why we should not have the privileges of every other citizen in this country.
That's correct, man.
Ex-cons matters. This is real. This is not a joke. Okay?
Yeah.
Because it's people like you, it's people like me that's been held back because of mistakes that we made in our past.
Yeah.
Okay? Our guests on the show today, okay, they're going to be speaking on these subjects. They're going to be showing that regardless of the stigma, we are the decent people.
Right.
And let me tell you a statistic that you may or may not know. All right. 1/3 of the citizens in this country has been arrested.
At least once.
At least once. That means that if one person has been arrested, that means a minimum of one other person was affected by that arrest.
That's right.
So that makes it 2/3 of the country that's been affected by incarceration. And if 2/3 of the country has been affected by incarceration, where does that leave that third?
Yeah, on the
In the
sideline.
mix up. No, in the mix of it, and they don't even know it.
Right. They getting paid off of it, some of them.
It's one of the biggest businesses in the country,
Yeah.
incarceration. So we're here today, all right, to dispel the myth, okay,
Right.
that we are third, fourth, and fifth rate citizens.
Yeah.
That once we've done our time and you let us go, you just don't want to see us anymore.
Yeah.
All right, that's not going to happen. You know why? Because we're leaders today. We're family people. I mean, we're single fathers, single mothers, little league coaches. We're listen. They don't want to let us in certain jobs. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it wrong. Me and you know, some people need to be locked up.
Yeah, most definitely.
Me and you know.
Yeah,
there are some of them
know nothing else, and that's sad.
Yes, but some people have their minds are so warped,
right,
that they're actual danger to society,
and
they need to be locked up. But all right, but who am I to say this guy or this guy?
Right.
You know, I am not the one to point the finger. You know, the creator is the one that has this in his plan. And he had those people in our lives, Johnny, to show us what was in store for us if we didn't change our life.
Right. What not to do.
What not to do. That's why that's the only reason I could see these people were in my life.
Right.
I don't know if you remember, it was a guy, little short guy named Sharif. He was in the Islamic community. He was their Sharif. In other words, if business had to be taken care of, and the Sharif coming at you, you can expect to die.
Right. Okay.
All right. You remember him? It was a little short guy. Sharif came up to me before I left, and he looked me in the eye and said, "If you come back here, I'm going to kill you."
Yeah, that's the one.
And he was dead serious.
Serious.
Yeah. Now, mind you, I don't fear no man. I don't fear pain. I don't fear death.
Yeah, I didn't want that.
Right. But I know that he was serious.
Right.
And I told him, I looked him in the eye and told him that I will be back here, but not the way that you're talking about.
Right. Not in chains, fool.
No, not in chains, not in blue. I came back in there with my transcontinental shirt on, and in the back is a logo. All right, it's a logo that says "Out of nothing comes something."
Okay.
That was created in ECI. Just like Finding Norma Jean was written in ECI. Listen, I am so glad to have you with me here today. We can go on and on and on, but the point is that you are ex-con living in the world today, and you matter.
And I'm still standing.
You're still standing. What?
We both
are. Still standing after all. I'm sorry.
We didn't even get into the play, bro.
Hey, the play.
Yeah.
The play. You remember the play?
I remember the play. I remember being Scrooge.
The name of the play was From Thuggin' to Glory. All right, and it was we actually did it in there together. We rehearsed every day, and the play was a great success. It was put on during Black History Month, if I'm not mistaken, and I do believe that you read the spoken word at Black History Month.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wrote a poem for that.
Oh,
yeah, I did. That one got an award too.
Yes, you thought I forgot, huh? Yeah, I was saving some juice, man. I was saving some juice for the end.
Oh man, wow, yo, that was the only time I could remember that somebody asked me to be dead serious, and actually be happy, go from happy to real down in the shit in a heartbeat. You said when I woke up and I said, let's have a big feast, right? And I said, get this, get that. And I said, oh wait, I know, we'll go to Publix. And I was really happy at that point, but I had to run that line.
Right? That line's something else, ain't it? Well, listen, we're all out of time now. Okay? So I am Johnny, Man, I love you, man.
Love you too,
I
brother.
love you, man.
Absolutely.
And thanks for coming. You represent ex-cons living in the world today, because ex-cons matter. Damn it, if dogs, cats, and horses matters, ex-cons matter too. Hey, this is the doctor, and we'll be back right after these messages.
It's a new level. I'm on a new level. Yeah. I'm headed for new levels. Can I get a witness that I see this shit in plain sight? You ain't go.
Man, thank you, Johnny. That was so awesome. I mean, you took me there, Johnny. You took me there. Wow. This is one of the few people that knew the doctor before he was the doctor. And he saw when I gave over my will to the care of God as I understood him at that time. And I started just letting him lead me in my life and started walking on faith. Okay. All right. So now we're going to have another guest here. This guest is not a returning citizen. Matter of fact, she's way on the other end of the spectrum from being a returning citizen. But she is standing up in the paint for us, and she's showing us how the stigma is a lie, that we don't have to settle for being somebody else's employee. We can actually be the employer. We could be the lender and not the borrower, if you know what I mean. Okay, so without further ado, let me introduce Dr. Donnetta Watson. Welcome back to the Doctor Speaks Variety Show. We have with us now Miss Donnetta Watson. This is Dr. Watson. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Wow. Well, I'm a wife and a mother. I'm here right now celebrating my 44th wedding anniversary with my husband. And we have three amazing daughters. Yes, sir. 3 daughters we're very proud of and what their accomplishments are in life. And I'm a retired management statistician with the federal government, ran medical research studies for CDC across the 6-state region. I've had some amazing experiences in my lifetime as an entrepreneur, former adjunct professor for Joseph Business School, Dr. Winston in Chicago, Illinois, who was an adjunct professor and administrator over the business school. And on my journey of working with entrepreneurs, I realized that there was such a disconnect between what happened in the real world and actually what we were taught in classrooms. And I wanted to make sure that entrepreneurs in my community did not go through the same thing that I went through as a full-time entrepreneur. So
one second, doctor, because you said something very profound there, that people think they know business, but that's not really what goes on.
Well, in the academic world, we teach entrepreneurship and we teach business classes to teach individuals how to be an employee in a business environment. And oftentimes we miss teaching what it takes to start, sustain, stabilize, and grow a business skillet. Those incremental steps an entrepreneur should be aware of and the things they should be watching and doing during those intervals. So we teach business as a theory for when you're working for someone else, when you're working in someone's company, but we do not teach entrepreneurs who were employees on Friday and CEO on Monday how to run a business. And so those are the things that I noticed. And for the Black community, I noticed that what we were creating were not businesses. We were creating hobbies, hookups, and hustles. And
hobbies, hookups, and hustles. Go ahead, sister.
Yes, and those are not business. And COVID told on us. You know, as a result of COVID, after the first quarter 2020, that's January, February, March 2020, over 42% of our businesses were closed permanently. That's almost half. And if there were 2.4 to 2.7 million businesses in the marketplace pre-COVID, and almost half of those businesses closed, that's over 1,138,000 Black businesses closed. Now, we were already on this journey to develop this program in 2019. And then when 2020 hit, it was really clear that this was able to happen because we're not running businesses. Let that.
Hobbies, hookups, and hustles.
Yes, sir. And so the predominant Black community is not running businesses. And if we have a physical location, brick and mortar business, we're not running it financially sound. And COVID had the ability to close almost half of our businesses because we were not running them financially sound. So I began working with entrepreneurs and realized that there's so much work to now identifying certain types of individuals that we know need this information and wanting to make it possible for them to restructure what they've created. So I've been educating entrepreneurs for coaching and mentoring and developing entrepreneurs for quite some time. And this is the life's work that God has given me. And I'm grateful to be able to impact so many lives on this journey.
Well, you have certainly, first of all praises are due to God, because he allowed you to come in my life and give me a different perspective about, hobbies, hookups, and hustles.
Yes,
and the difference between that and actually being a successful business person on this planet. For many years, I've been telling myself and the universe that I'm going to be the first African-American trillionaire. Now, if I don't make a trillion, I may make a few billion, but I'm shooting at a trillion.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I didn't have any idea of how this was going to come about. And I totally walk in faith. Let me let it be known. I walk in faith. I don't know what I'm doing. God lead me, he tell me what to do, and I do it. I gave up my will a long time ago.
Yes,
So
sir.
when God put you in my life, and for informational purposes, I am going to be in class as a student, getting taught, rising my. Oh God, I'm just hyped. I'm just hyped. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm grateful that we're able to impact you. What we've created is the inner circle of leaders, and what that are people like yourself who are already leading organizations or in a position of leadership in your community. And
Yes.
what we want to make sure that you are able to do is not just to run what you have, but to structure it properly, to be able to put business systems in place, business financial strategies in place, marketing strategies in place, so that what you have created, you can impact the world with it. This is what we want to do with people like you, because you have a huge role to play in changing the economic condition of your community. And if we can get you headed in a direction that you wasn't sure was available, and it is available, wealth and legacy is available to our entrepreneurs. But unfortunately, we're missing some very key ingredients to the success journey. And we want to make sure that people of your caliber have those elements. We've trained entrepreneurs that have been in business 20 years, 12 years, 15, never had the financial side of their business structured to where they are fundable business enterprises. You will never grow, you'll never scale, sustain what you've created without capital. Business is not designed to be a cash-based endeavor. You are to run a business on other people's money, OPM.
OPM.
And
That's
not
right.
your own. But we can't get to OPM because we are not running businesses. We're running hobbies, hookups, and hustles. And as a farmer, lender, a branch manager for a lending group, I know what they are expecting to see. And I know what we do not have. So in essence, we are non-fundable, running non-fundable business models. And those things cannot grow to the proportion or the capacity that it could if we had the right structure, systems, process, and procedures in place.
Awesome. So I'm gonna use myself as an example, okay? Because I've been hustling and hooking up, and I had a few hobbies for over half a century now.
Yes,
So I have the will, I have the drive, I have the ambition.
Mhm.
What I'm lacking, and I'm a man, I'm a whole man. I'm not scared to say that
Yes, sir.
I don't know. What I'm lacking is information,
Knowledge. My
knowledge.
people are destroyed for the lack
By
of
lack
knowledge.
of knowledge.
There is no other tool that Satan has devised that has been destroying the Black community more than the lack of knowledge. There's nothing else he
Ignorance.
has created.
Yes.
Absolutely no weapon that he has been victorious with concerning the Black community, a lack of knowledge. No
And
other weapon.
again, I thank you for the opportunity for me to obtain this knowledge so I can create generational wealth. Okay. This is one of the things, one of my main goals is I'm not worrying about me. I'm okay. I can eat some oatmeal, some ramen noodle soup. I'm good. Right? But my children and my children, no, I'm just,
Yes. Yes, because
trust
you're
me.
responsible for 2 generations.
Exactly.
Actually 3. Your
My
current
children's,
generation,
my
your
children's
children,
grandchildren.
and your children's children. Those are the 3 generations
Yes.
we're responsible for.
Absolutely.
Yes,
And
sir.
and that's my goal before I leave this plane, to make sure that those 3 generations
Yes, sir.
are able to continue, not to be taken care of. I
Well,
want to be clear on
FNT,
that.
I'm a
Continue.
previous statistician. So if economists and analysts are true in what they have said, that by 2053, the Black community will have no economic network, none whatsoever. So in order for that to be true, and there are a lot of things that have went into that equation. COVID was a true indicator. And I want to say this because I'm a previous statistician and I've ran economic studies for the government. If we really were paying attention, our country is not okay post-COVID. We think we're post-COVID. There was some serious economic things that happened. So the economy is functioning on a wheel. And so just imagine you have a wheel and the wheel is spinning. And then there's something that happens that comes in and stagnates the wheel. COVID stopped all economies across the world, not just America. It was a global impact. That pandemic stopped all economies from flourishing. There were no dollars circulating in the economy. People were not going out and spending money. They were at home. So those 2 stimulus packages they pushed out was to cause something to push the wheel and get restarted. The economy, dollars flowing in the economy so that the wheel would start back up again. And it stopped again. As a result of that, the supply chain was impacted. So getting goods and services in, because just the manufacturing process stopped. When manufacturing process stops, distribution stops. When distribution stops, consumption stops. When consumption stops, dollars flowing in the economy have stopped. And so our banks and our systems were truly impacted because of COVID. And if you really paid attention to what's not on the shelves in your grocery stores, in your retail stores, if you paid attention to what's no longer open in your community, there was a greater impact than what we paid attention to. We're not out of the woods yet. Let another situation happen that causes the economic wheel to stop or to stutter or to slow down, that prohibits consumption, which keeps that wheel flowing. Our nation is going to be in trouble. And when the nation has a hiccup, we, the Black community, has a catastrophic disease. And so if everything happens as it's been reported and the nation's overall has a hiccup, the Black community is going to be impacted the greatest. It was this time. 42% of Black businesses closed, 23% of Hispanic and Asian, and 17% of white. 42% of Black, 23% of Asian and Hispanics closed, 17% of white. So that's
why is that?
Because their business models are run and structured to be fundable. Our business models are ran and structured just to make money. We're not structured correctly to withstand any type of storm, any type of calamity, any type of issue. We are not properly structured. So as a result of COVID, it allowed, and these statistics were reported pre-COVID. And we, for the first time, saw that it was possible for the economy to crash, the economy to stutter. So they say we are now in a recession. We're on a precursor of a depression. If something else happens that impacts the global economy to where goods and services can no longer be just distributed and dollars can no longer be free flowing through the economy, we're going to see a major calamity in our economic systems. Who's ready for that?
Well,
not us.
I'm gonna tell you, for some reason, like hurricanes here in Florida, they never hit the projects. I'm just saying,
I'm saying from an economic standpoint.
Yeah, but I'm saying these people have no knowledge whatsoever of what's going on.
Yes, we have no understanding of the micro system that impacts the macro system, the bigger system. It is what happens on the smaller level that impacts the bigger level. Well, COVID was something that happened on a bigger level and made it all the way down to the smaller level. And so now we're looking at, if indeed another situation happens that slows the economy down or staggers it or stops the economy, who's going to be hurt the most? Our community. We were already hurt the most as a result of COVID. So if there is another pandemic, another crisis, a war for given sake, those things are things that have a global impact. Our country can't handle another big impact. So what will that happen to our community? So if indeed it says that the Black community will have no net worth, will own absolutely nothing by 2053, the predominant society, which that's people of color, we are the predominant society. If the predominant society has no value, net worth, money in the bank, businesses, cash on hand, it's stated there will be another form of slavery. And I've often said it will be indentured slavery. It will be a type of slavery where we will put ourselves as unpaid workers to keep a roof over our head, to feed our children, to clothe our children. We're going to go work for someone for free to have the basics. That's slavery. That's indentured slavery.
Yeah.
And my concern is that our community is still asleep as a whole. But we're not preparing. Not that we're saying the world is coming to an end. No. The economic world that we know today will not be able to continue to sustain itself. And the cost of goods and services, the cost of living will so escalate and we can't participate. That's what I'm saying.
Well, Dr. Watson, I mean, this is mind-blowing information. Okay. I am going to do my best to make sure that this information is spread as wide as possible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am going to do my best to make sure. See, this is why she's known as the business strategist, the launch strategist. I'm sorry. Dr. Watson, I am so honored. I'm wordless. I'm wordless because what you're giving me and what you're giving the audience that's watching this or who will be listening to this on all of the networks and platforms that I'm on, it's priceless. I
Let me
can't
tell you,
thank you enough.
the Bible said, Jesus said, occupy until I return. And that word occupy means do business.
Yes.
There's no other wealth strategy available to us today than owning a business.
Yes, ma'am.
Creating a business model that we have goods, products, and services that we can sell and produce a revenue, which we then establishes our income. If we can get more Black people engaged in owning a business, legitimate, licensed, legally structured business, and teach them how to produce wealth in the business, we'll liberate ourselves from whatever predictions.
Give us free.
No,
Give us free.
That reality.
That's
we
right.
want to see more of our community in a position that we can remain free.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. We're here with the founder of the Black Business. I'm sorry.
The Black Mastermind Group.
Black Mastermind Group.
And the Black Mastermind Group is
and the Business Mastery Institute.
Yes.
Yes. I hope I get this together before I start class. For some reason, those words always are escaping my mind because I'm deep into the meaning of it, not the words. Yes. You know. But the Mastermind Group is you know, the Mastermind, just that alone, the Mastermind Group tells you that there's something going on here that's not going on anywhere else. Okay. Now you can go, like you said, you can go to business school, you can go to college, and they're going to teach you how to be an employee. All right. Or we can take the chance. Wow. We can take advantage of the Business Mastery Institute with the Mastermind Group and just excel. There's no reason for us not to excel if we apply ourselves.
Once we have mastered our mindset, we can master anything after that. So the Black Mastermind Group is our organization's mastermind sessions that we work to bring our mindset up to a level that we believe, not through just words we're spouting, but we really do believe success is our birthright. You know, most of the Black community, you know, is eager to say that white people operate from a sense of entitlement. And in essence, we should also have a sense of entitlement. If indeed our Father owns all the cattle on 1,000 hills, if indeed the wealth of the world is his, the gold and silver is his, and we are his children.
Yes, ma'am.
Then why is it that we don't have a sense of entitlement to what he has?
So we're afraid to claim what we already have.
Yes, and we cannot ever produce what we despise. So we despise their sense of entitlement. So we have been stepped into the seat of bastards and not operating from a sense of entitlement that that's my Father. And everything is his. The wealth of the world is his. The cattle on 1,000 hills is his. The silver and the gold is his. And if he is my Father, I'm entitled to it.
Yes.
They believe that they're supposed to have a successful life. They believe that they're supposed to be wealthy. They believe that they're supposed to be happy. They believe that they're supposed to be prosperous. They believe that they're supposed to live above everybody else.
And that takes me to one of my main purposes, my organization, Ex-Cons Living in the World Today, and the movement, Ex-Cons Matters. That's what this show is actually dedicated to, because there are many talented and oh my God, there's some beautiful people that's been incarcerated. Okay, and just because you've been incarcerated, they will hold you back. So they say,
business, not
right.
own your own
but
business.
I've taken that that stigma and I used it to my advantage. I'm not afraid to say I'm an ex-convict, and I'm not afraid to say that I follow God's lead and walk in faith. Now, anybody don't like it, that's their business. But I walk in faith, and God has given me, he's excelled my life, and in the last 9 years, he's given me 30 years worth of progress. So
but that's the word. That's just the word in action. He promised that he would restore what the cankerworm and the locust has destroyed. And the word of God is so true, and it works. And so I've often believed that God would send several opportunities to us specifically, and those opportunities, what we've been standing in faith for, was to teach our returning citizen population. Absolutely. Because the world is lying to our men and our women and telling them they have no value. And every person that's on the face of the earth, God said has value. We've all made mistakes. And so if life was equal to all, the prisons would be full.
There it is. All right. So there we have it with Dr. Donnetta Watson. I very rarely say your first name, Dr. Watson.
Just say Dr. Watson, that's fine.
Yes. The launch strategist. This is my leader, my mindset that is going to help me become successful in this country and on this planet. I'd like to thank you for coming, Dr. Watson, and you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. And we'll be back right after this commercial break.
It's a new level. I'm on a new level. Yeah, I'm headed for new levels. Can I get a witness that I see this in plain sight? You can't go.
That was so awesome. Thank you, Dr. Watson. Oh my God, I love this lady. I love this lady right here. She's stepped into my life, and already I haven't even started class, and just speaking with her takes me to another level. Okay. All right. Now, what I do want to speak on, right there at the bottom of your screen, you'll see the doctorproject.com. You'll see where you can scan and make donations. We are also taking on advertisers and sponsors. We have a sponsorship proposal. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor of The Doctor Speaks, you can contact us through the doctorproject.com. That's the drproject.com. I want to let you know that we are on Spotify, we are on iHeart, we are on Google Play, we are on Amazon Play, we are on we're on 60 some odd different platforms, and we are heard all over the planet. So if you think that you are a world changer, I want you to contact us at thedoctorproject.com. Let us know what you do. This is a contest. You can win a chance to be on the Doctor Speaks variety show. And later on, we'll have you on our iHeart radio show, the Dr. Crabb Radio. I want to go to another commercial break right here. We are sponsored by the Black MasterMind Group.
Pressure on like a full court press. No time for slacking off. Can't afford to take a rest. So I'll be going hard like a capitalist just to be the best. I work to be the best, so I keep the.
For those of you who are missing the pretty young lady who does Philly in the Know, we have for you an exclusive photograph of this young lady. Madam Producer, isn't she lovely? Oh my goodness. It was easy for me to fall in love at first sight. I'm going to just tell you like it is. Okay. And we're very close to celebrating our 9th wedding anniversary. And every day I'm more and more in love with her. All right. So we'd like to thank you all for coming and visiting us and listening to us and watching us here on the Dr. Speaks Variety Show. We ask that you come back next week. Be sure to tune in to the Dr. Speaks Radio. If you are not familiar with it, you can go on Facebook or Instagram. I'm always advertising. I'm always giving shout outs about these programs. And listen, you can watch this on YouTube. You'll be able to watch it. Right now, it's live on YouTube, it's live on Facebook, it's live on Twitch and National TV, but you'll be able to watch it on all media networks. You'll either be able to watch it or hear it. If you're interested in advertising on the Dr. Speaks Variety Show or the Dr. Crabb Radio, be sure to contact us at thedrspeaks.com. If you're interested in making a donation or becoming a sponsor, you can contact us at thedrspeaks.com. We have an awesome sponsorship promotion package going on right now. We have an awesome advertisement package going on right now. We represent a lot of people. Okay, so I want you to contact us at thedrproject.com. That's the drproject.com. And I tell you what, because Brother Giovanni has such an awesome message. We're going to end the show today with that message again. Okay, for those of you that missed it in the beginning, here it is.
For our returning citizen population in Florida and throughout the nation, let's change the narrative. Let's show them who we really are. Strong, motivated, encouraged individuals that made mistakes just like everyone else in life. We made mistakes and we deserve a second chance. And given that second chance, we're going to show you who we are. We're going to inspire and encourage our local communities. We're going to do great things for our families and for the rest of people, for the rest of the community who are watching us. We're not going to just meet those standards, but we're going to rise above those standards. And we're going to show you that returning citizens are a force to be reckoned with. My name is Giovanni Cyrus, the founder and executive of Reentry One, and I approve this message.
There's a name that I can call on, a name that you all know, that if you have to reach way, way down, he will pick you up from below. He's my father, my provider, he's my everything. Through any problem, I can call him, and this is why I sing. For Jesus, give all the praises, Jesus. I just want to say thank you, Jesus.